On behalf of the Faculty Senate, I would like to welcome everybody to this event, the Spring 2015 State of the College Address. And it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Olson, President of the college. We all know about his many achievements before he came to Daemen, and I don't think I need to discuss those now, but just briefly mention a couple of things. Certainly, as a faculty member for the last several years, my appreciation for his deep commitment to the intellectual life of the college. As a member of the community, my appreciation for his commitment to the overall health of the college, financially and otherwise. And also, on a personal note, as president of the Senate, it has been my good fortune to meet with Dr. Olson regularly throughout the year to discuss all of the variety of issues that come before the college. And I'm always impressed with his very deep knowledge of academic life and of academic policy and of proper governance and running of the college and so on, and also with his collegial spirit and his open-mindedness and the ease with which he engages in conversation with us over a variety of different issues. So with that in mind, I would like to ask you to join me in welcoming Dr. Olson as we look forward to his State of the College address.
Thank you, Sean. That's very kind of you. Very nice introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for being here today. It's really great to see everybody again, and I hope you're having a productive semester. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge a few distinguished guests that are with us today. First is the chair of the Daemen Board of Trustees, Mr. Dale Demjanic. Next is the past chair of the board, Caroline Burke. And also with us is Dr. Lynn Worsham. So please help me recognize these true supporters of Daemen College. A lot of positive change has happened since the fall State of the College address in September, and I sense quite a bit of excitement on campus. I'd like to start by welcoming our newest trustee in his absence, Mr. Art Wingirter. He's the CEO of Univera. We're happy to have him join the Board of Trustees. He was previously a member of the Daemen Advisory Board, Community Advisory Board. Now, you may have noticed exciting changes in facilities and campus-wide developments. I'm happy to report that we have an updated strategic plan now to coincide chronologically with our almost complete master plan. We hope to have a full-blown master plan ready for final approval at the May Board of Trustees meeting. And I'd like to thank all of you who provided productive suggestions and advice in creating and revising that plan. So thank you. In fact, please help me applaud the Master Plan Committee, who really did a thorough job in crafting Daemen's future. On December 5th, the college held a ribbon-cutting ceremony at our facility in the Tri-Main Center, which houses Daemen's visual effects classrooms. The state-of-the-art visual effects facility officially unveiled that day was funded by the Buffalo Billion Project. Renovation of the Daemen Wellness Center is proceeding rather on schedule. We secured all necessary permits and the work has begun. And we expect to have full occupancy of the building for the fall semester. So cross your fingers. Our efforts to further beautify campus are ongoing. We've completed an effort to make the WIC Student Center a more welcoming place for our students. First, we undertook a makeover of the WIC lobby. We installed new, more modern reception desk, a new runner emblazoned with the Wildcats logo, new lounge furniture in the lobby seating areas, a charging station, new lighting and rugs, and new ceiling tiles, not to mention freshly painted walls. So these changes were made possible thanks in part to a financial contribution, a pretty good one, from the student government. So we're very happy for that and for their participation. Also, we installed the new fountain outside the front door, as well as the new benches where students can lounge and chat. So we're doing our best to make this a welcoming place for the students. We're continuing to make progress on enhancing campus grounds. As you know, we planted a total of 145 trees in the 2 phases of the 100-tree challenge. The decorative stone wall demarcating the east front of Daemen campus is now complete. And I think it's fitting that we have an attractive stone wall, which symbolically stone represents stability and eternity. And so far, I think Daemen is a model for both. Now, the wall project is capped off by a makeover of the front entrance sign using the same stone. And we upgraded the illumination so it's much brighter and more energy efficient. And I'd like to take this opportunity to announce a new development. Just a few days ago, the Amherst Historical Society formally granted us approval to extend the wall along the west front, past Curtis Hall and around the corner at Gettsville and down to the Gettsville entrance. So this project also includes another smaller version of the front entry sign installed on the Main Street Gettsville corner, and it looks something like what you see on the screen, or at least what Mike Morgan thinks it'll look like when it's done. We're continuing our internal beautification program. We've completed hanging donated art throughout the entire first floor of Duns Scotus, and we've begun hanging art now on the 3rd floor of Duns Scotus. For some reason, we skipped the 2nd, but we'll get around to it. I want to remind you that all that we've accomplished with all of these beautification programs was done with funds given to us by donors specifically for these programs, every single penny. So. Since the fall address, we sponsored another Distinguished Leaders lecture. Senator Mike Ransenhofer and Assemblyman Ray Walters spoke here at the same event. And then the governor chose Daemen to host Lieutenant Governor's Western New York Forum on the governor's proposed sexual assault legislation. Now, I should add that the Lieutenant Governor's Forum garnered substantial positive media coverage for the college. We were in all the TV, radio, everywhere. We made substantial progress in information technology as well. I reported to you that we were organizing all campus technology into one coherent unit. That reorganization is now complete. Daemen now has its first chief information officer, Ms. Kelly Duran, and she's already, yes, she should have some applause. Especially since the fact she's already implemented a number of improvements and all kinds of efficiencies that you don't even see. For example, the college now has a centralized technology help desk and a hotline, and we've empaneled a special task force to investigate a complete revamping and modernizing of the campus's website with the goal of introducing an entirely new website by the beginning of the next academic year. That's an ambitious goal, but I think we can do it, and this is crucial to the college's competitiveness going forward. Please help me thank the task force members for their work on this important project. Updates on institutional advancement. The college will be receiving a rare New York State earmark of nearly $500,000 to create a Graduate Studies Technology Center in the RIC. And this grant will also help us enhance the college's entire technology infrastructure, which we really need. You know, our legislators have been real friends, and this is one example of it. We were the only one to receive, in this area, to receive something like that. And Bobby Mills, who's not here, by the way, took the lead on that, as did a lot of people helped, but Bobby took the lead on it. Although we still have a long way to go to the end of the fiscal year, we've brought in more money in donations than all of last year. And faculty and staff are doing their part, donating nearly $30,000 so far this year. Let me personally thank all of you for your generosity, because you're helping this really work. On the screen, you can see some of our larger recent donations, and you can see donors have real confidence in Daemen and our mission and are happy to help us achieve our goals, and that's what we like. Also, Trustee Caroline Burke and another alum have graciously established a new fund to help provide scholarships for family members of Daemen alums. So please help me applaud Trustee Burke, who's here. It's a great idea. And finally, you may want to mark your calendars. The 2015 Alumni Reunion weekend is July 17th and 18th. The 2015 Distinguished Alumni Dinner will be November 6th. And you can see on the screen some other alumni celebration dates as well. I reported to you in September that we're planning the college's first ever comprehensive capital campaign. If you remember, we're calling it Daemen's Drive to 75, meaning that we hope to reach our goal of $25 million by the college's 75th anniversary, which will be 2022. The campaign will raise funds for three key areas, the ones that you see on the screen. The campaign's co-chairs are Trustee Tom Reynolds and former Trustee Nancy Gasick. Now, we're right now in the silent phase, and we hope to make a formal announcement launching the campaign at our 70th anniversary, which, of course, is 2017. Now, as of this month, we're rapidly approaching our halfway goal of $12.5 million. You can see our progress on the screen. We're continuing to have success raising the college's visibility and reputation. I'm delighted to report that the prestigious Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching designated Daemen College a community engagement college, one of only 240 institutions given this distinction, and boy, do we deserve it. Also, Daemen was named to the U.S. President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll of 2014. Now, this is the seventh, I think, consecutive year we received that distinction. In addition, the American Heart Association designated Daemen a platinum-friendly workplace, which is the highest level award they give to recognize efforts to help employees eat better and be more physically active. Now, last year, we were named the Gold Fit-Friendly Workplace, so we got a graduation of sorts there, I think. Recently, the Commission on Independent Colleges and Universities issued its annual Economic Impact Report for colleges and universities. Daemen's economic impact on the Buffalo-Niagara region in 2013, that's the newest information they have, reached nearly $132 million, representing a $17 million increase since the previous year. And this translates into over $3.4 million in tax revenue and $26 million in economic activity. So we may be a smallish college, but we do our part. We're continuing to increase visibility by aggressively making use of the media. On the screen, you can see that we've gotten stories or mentioned in a healthy balance of different media types. Those are percentages that you see. Also on the screen are the actual media outlets covering Daemen, first the print publications, then the electronic media, and then the total number of media placements since the fall address. So we're going to continue that effort going forward. And I want to thank you for continuing to let us know about your accomplishments and the good things that happen to you and in your areas, because you're the ones with the good news. We're just trying to get it out. So keep up the good work and letting us know. Our professionals in student affairs have been quite active since the fall State of the College address. After a national search, we hired a new director of residence life who joins us from Randolph College in Virginia. Danielle, would you stand and be recognized if you happen to be in the audience? Danielle? Okay, at a conference, working hard, so there you go. Daemen public safety officers are now fully certified in CPR and the use of automated external defibrillators. This is an important safety improvement. I'm really glad to see this happen. Also, we have a new crisis management team that is working closely with the Amherst Police Department to ensure that the college is capable of responding swiftly and appropriately to a crisis. God forbid there never is one. And we also have signed an agreement in which MASH medical transport will be available to all Daemen students in need of urgent care. So I think that's a good development going forward. Now, as you know, campus sexual assault has been much in the news recently. And I tell you, I'm especially proud of Daemen's response to this important concern. We strengthened our already tough procedures and programs. We conducted a climate survey to discover students' perceptions about these things on campus. We sponsored a week of sexual assault prevention education programs. And we impaneled a task force to investigate other possible programs and practices that we might implement. And in fact, Daemen has gained such a reputation as being a leader in sexual assault prevention that our Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Nair, was appointed co-chair of the Western New York Consortium of Higher Education's Task Force on Sexual Assault. So that's quite something right there. And Finally, we've also impaneled another task force, one to examine campus parking usage and policies in order to make recommendations about how we might improve our overall parking situation. So please help me thank the members of this committee as well, even though they're just starting their work. Let me turn to athletics. Since the fall address, we've secured many new corporate partnerships in support of our athletics program and at substantially higher levels than in the past. You can see some of them right now on the screen. We installed a new video message board in the athletics lobby to allow for even additional corporate partnerships and more current information and updates for our students and others. And I'm delighted to report that our men's golf team won the USCAA National Championship, and both the men's and women's basketball teams, as you know by now, won the USCAA National Championships. Daemen students were named MVPs in both of those teams. Gerald Beverly, who is being looked at seriously by NBA talent recruiters, was also named Player of the Year and an All-Star in the East Coast Conference, which is the conference we'll be in next year when we've gained full NCAA membership. And in fact, the men's team was ranked third in the ECC, which really bodes well for our competitiveness as an NCAA member. So I think we've found a real niche where we belong, and that makes good sense to me. On the screen, you can see the team, by the way, in front of the White House on a recent visit. Finally, I was very pleased with our student athletes' continued academic excellence. You can see some of their totals on the screen. This is one of the bragging points I like the best. Our student athletes really are true role models, not just on courts and everything, but also in the classroom. Academic Affairs is continuing to offer students a world of opportunity. The New York State Board of Regents approved Daemen's new Master's in Social Work. And in our Master's in Public Health, our first entering class this fall experienced healthy enrollment, and that's a very good sign. As you know, Academic Festival is Daemen's annual celebration of academic excellence. The keynote speaker this year is my friend Yanni Sirin, director of Albright Knox. I highly recommend that you attend his talk. You won't be disappointed. He's a very good speaker, but this is an especially good subject for him to be speaking on. On December 9th, Daemen signed a formal memorandum of agreement with a delegation of officials from the Mongolian government that will lead to exchanges of our faculty and students between Mongolia and the U.S., so we're very much looking forward to that going forward. During the winter break, Daemen students helped provide medical care to impoverished people in the Dominican Republic, a project that's been ongoing. A number of distinguished speakers visited campus in the last several months, so I won't name them all. I'll just mention three. One spoke of his experience growing up as a biracial child in the South. Another discussed procedures for jump-starting small businesses. And a third discussed stand your ground laws. So quite a whole panoply of different kinds of topics and issues. Finally, in academic affairs, one of our students had a scholarly paper accepted at the National Conference on Undergraduate Research. That's a true accomplishment and an honor, and we're really happy about that. By the way, she's also an athlete. Student enrollment continues to look promising. Cash deposits are starting to come in, and they're treading ahead of or even to last year's new students and all students combined. And as I mentioned in the fall address, retaining our students all the way through graduation has got to be one of our highest priorities. One retention effort led by Dr. Maureen Mullane and the Career Services is the I Will Succeed initiative. First-year students are being introduced to the power of creating a personal affirmation, and this program is being integrated into Welcome Back Weekend and into IND and LC classes. Affirmation Day at Daemen will be Monday, April 20th, and students will be able to pick up an I Will Succeed t-shirt in Alumni Lounge. So please help me recognize Dr. Mullane for her efforts. Also, our new Student Excellence and Persistence Task Force is doing a superb job in devising new ways to help retain our students. So we should also applaud them, too. Finally, I'd like to recognize faculty who have just obtained board approval for tenure or promotion. There are 8 candidates, and I'll mention each in turn. I ask each candidate to rise when I call his or her name and remain standing, and I'll ask that you hold your applause until all 8 are standing. The first is Dr. Kristen Fries, who's promoted to professor. Next is Dr. Cheryl Nosek, who is promoted to professor. Next is Dr. Greg Schutz, who is promoted to professor. Next is Dr. Michael Brogan, who is promoted to professor. Next is Dr. Mary Rose Frangione, who is promoted to associate professor. Next is Dr. Nicole Chumira, who is granted tenure. Next is Dr. Mary Wolf, who is promoted to associate professor and granted tenure. And last is Ms. Elizabeth Wright, who is promoted to associate professor and granted tenure. Please help me congratulate all 8 of these accomplished faculty. As you can see, we're continuing to make substantial progress, and then more we're becoming a college of national distinction. I'll continue to keep you informed on a regular basis as events warranted, although I won't spam you with letters. I'll only send them out when there's something that really needs it. Now, this ends the formal spring State of the College address, and now I'd like to turn to my favorite part of the agenda, which is the presentation of this year's Outstanding Faculty and Staff Awards. Now, as you know, each year the college recognizes one faculty member, one staff member, and one administrator as the year's most outstanding members of the Daemen community. Each of the 3 members receives a check for $500 and a coveted permanent raise of $500. That's quite a good deal. So let's begin with the Outstanding Staff Award. And what I'd like to happen is when you get named, if you would come up, and we'd like to get a photo of you, and we'll give you your plaque and even a check. What service? And so if you could come to this side. Now, as with the 2 other award committees, the Staff Award Committee was composed of accomplished individuals who received the award in the past 5 years. Please help me thank the committee for their hard work in choosing a winner. Our staff recipient has been described by nominees as someone who always helps others and with a genuine smile. Our recipient follows through on projects, leads by example, has an eye for detail, and is dedicated and prompt. This is all from the letters of recommendation. Our recipient has a positive personality, infectious energy, and finds genuine purpose in work at Daemen. The winner loves Daemen and is a true advocate for the college. Please help me join me in congratulating the 2015 Outstanding Staff Member, Joyce Strobel. Joe? There's the check even.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is the 2015 Outstanding Administrator Award. Please help me thank the committee for their hard work in helping to choose a winner. The recipient has a positive attitude, appreciates and advocates for staff, is thoughtful, sees the big picture, and always makes time for people who need assistance. The recipient is completely trustworthy, always cheerful, thankful for and praises work done well, and has a clear vision of goals. The winner is a good listener, provides good feedback, and helps Daemen run well from behind the scenes. The 2015 Outstanding Administrator Award goes to Dr. Mimi Stedman. Okay. Next is the 2015 Outstanding Faculty Award. Please help me thank the committee for their hard work in choosing a winner. It's not easy work when you get such talented people nominated. The winner of the Outstanding Faculty Award supports students and faculty, is compassionate and caring, serves as a member of several executive-level committees, and has demonstrated exceptional leadership. Our recipient has contributed to Daemen's success for over 25 years. Please help me congratulate the well-deserving winner of the 2015 Outstanding Faculty Award, Dr. Mary Lou Russin. Now, she's away at a conference, so I'm going to ask Dr. Nozick if she would come and pick up the award. She doesn't get a photograph, though. Well, I guess she does get a photograph. Please help applaud all three award winners. Anyway, in closing, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here and for everything you do every day to make this a great college and a very special place. And now I would like to invite you to join our trustees, me, Dr. Worsham, and our other colleagues for refreshment and I think probably stimulating conversation. So please join us.